In a world before nylon nets or metal hooks, fishing required skill and understanding of nature. This video explores how ancient river tribes mastered this art using only what nature provided. Before modern fishing gear, catching fish demanded intimate knowledge of the river and its inhabitants. Using materials like stone, wood, and mud, ancient cultures created ingenious fishing devices and techniques that not only provided food, but also showcased a deep connection with the environment. The earliest evidence of fishing dates back to the Stone Age, with prehistoric humans using simple tools like hooks made from sharpened bones or wood and lines fashioned from animal sinew. As civilizations developed, so did their fishing techniques and tools. The ancient Egyptians, known for their advanced culture, developed weighted nets and hooks made of bronze, while the Chinese invented the fish basket, a cone-shaped trap made of bamboo or willow branches. Along the banks of mighty rivers, life revolved around the water's bounty. For the indigenous peoples of the Amazon, the Congo, and the Nile, fishing wasn't just a means of sustenance, it was a ritual. A dance between human and nature as old as time itself, their methods born of necessity and honed by generations of keen observation, remain a testament to human adaptability and ecological understanding. Imagine for a moment the sun-dappled waters of a rainforest stream. Here, a skilled muser-hunter wades in, his eyes scanning the surface for signs of life. His tool of choice, a woven basket, a masterpiece of natural engineering. It may seem deceptively simple, but the secrets of its construction lie in the intimate knowledge of the jungle's heart. The tight weave allows small fish to dart in and out, confusing them into thinking it's just another part of the river's undergrowth. Yet when a larger fish swims through, the basket's conical shape ensures it can't turn back, guiding the struggling fish into a narrow chamber where its fate is sealed. Patience is the hunter's virtue as he waits, becomes one with the surroundings, moving with the rhythm of the river. When the basket quivers, signaling a catch, the diver strikes, drawing the fish from the water with a swift, practiced motion. This isn't just a method of fishing. It's a conversation between man and nature, a nod to the rhythm of the forest. Every part of the fish is utilized, a tribute to the ancient principle of waste not, want not. As we delve deeper into the heart of these tribal traditions, we uncover stories of innovation, patience, and profound respect for the natural world. From the intricate hand signals of the North American tribes to the masterful decoy techniques of the Polynesian voyagers, each story adds a new thread to the rich tapestry of human ingenuity. But it's not just about the techniques, it's about the philosophy. The indigenous peoples of the Amazon, the Congo, and the Nile didn't just fish to satisfy hunger. They fished to maintain balance, ensuring the river's bounty was shared and preserved for generations to come. Their methods, born out of necessity and honed by generations of keen observation, remain a testament to human adaptability and ecological understanding. Now let's take a journey to the Pacific coast of North America, where the Chinook people have thrived for centuries. Along the rugged coastline where the mighty Columbia River meets the sea, life revolved around the river's rhythm. For the Chinook, fishing wasn't merely a means of sustenance. It was a way of life, a tradition woven into the fabric of their existence. Picture this, the dawn mist hanging low over the river's mouth, the air alive with the cries of seabirds. A group of Chinook men stand knee-deep in the churning waters, their eyes fixed on the horizon. They are the salmon people, and their patience is about to pay off. After weeks of preparation, the salmon are finally returning upstream. These fish, born in fresh water, had spent years at sea, and now they were coming home, bringing with them the promise of nourishment for the long winter ahead. For the Chinook, the salmon's return was more than just a source of food. It was a cultural event, a celebration of life and renewal. It was a time for the community to come together, to honor the salmon and to ensure its safe passage upstream. To do this, they constructed something truly remarkable: fish ladders. These weren't just simple steps leading the fish up the riverbank. They were feats of engineering brilliance. Woven from cedar planks, the ladders had to withstand the river's fury. While providing the salmon a safe passage, the process began with the careful selection of the cedar trees, which were revered for their strength and durability. The trees were harvested with respect, and every part of the tree was used, reflecting the Chinook's deep connection to the natural world. The planks were then meticulously carved and fitted together, creating a series of sloping ramps connected by short vertical sections. These ramps allowed the fish to leap up the river, overcoming the obstacles in their path. It was a labor-intensive process, but the payoff was immeasurable. Not only did the fish ladders help the salmon reach their spawning grounds, but they also provided the Chinook with a sustainable source of food and a way to connect with their cultural heritage. The fish ladders were more than just structures. They were symbols of the Chinook's ingenuity and their deep respect for the natural world. It represented a harmonious way of living where humans and nature coexisted in balance. Now let's cross the globe to the remote villages of the Congo River, where the pygmies have lived in harmony with the river for generations. The Congo River, with its dense vegetation and teeming wildlife, was a rich source of protein for the pygmies. But accessing this protein required a deep understanding of the river's secrets and a touch of ingenuity. The pygmy fishermen didn't rely on nets or hooks. They used a technique known as beach seine fishing. This method involved creating a barrier in shallow water using long, flexible saplings. These barriers were placed at an angle, forming a funnel-like structure that would direct the fish towards a narrow channel. Once in position, the fishermen would wade into the water, carefully gather the fish, and collect their bounty. But fishing wasn't the only way the pygmies interacted with the river. They also developed a unique system for trapping turtles. The target, the giant Podocnus turtle, species found in the Congo River. These turtles were not just a source of protein, they were also a significant part of local mythology. To capture these elusive creatures, the pygmies constructed elaborate traps made of logs and vines. The traps were designed to mimic the turtle's natural environment, camouflaged among the river's snags and fallen trees. When a turtle approached the trap, it would trigger a hidden mechanism, ensnaring the unsuspecting reptile. What's fascinating is that the pygmies didn't kill the trapped turtles. Instead, they collected eggs from the turtle and returned the animal to the river unharmed. This practice ensured the continuation of the turtle species, while providing the pygmies with a reliable source of protein. Now let's cast our gaze upon the mighty Nile River, the cradle of Egyptian civilization, where fishing played a pivotal role in the lives of the ancient Egyptians. The Nile wasn't just a source of life, it was a provider, offering its bounty to those who understood its rhythms. Among the most iconic images associated with ancient Egypt are those of pharaohs fishing from boats. But this wasn't just a pastime for the rulers. It was a necessity for the sustenance of the kingdom. The Nile provided a variety of fish, including the tilapia and the mullets, which were not only delicious, but also a source of protein for the growing population. The ancient Egyptians developed various methods for catching fish. One of the most common was the use of nets. These nets were made from papyrus plants, and their lightweight yet durable material made them ideal for fishing. The Egyptians would cast these nets into the river, allowing them to drift with the current. When the nets were full, the fishermen would pull them back to shore, revealing their catch. Another method employed by the Egyptians was the use of lines and hooks. Unlike today's fishing rods, the Egyptian fishing hooks were simple and made from materials like bone or wood. The line was often made of flax or hemp, and the bait was usually a piece of fish or fowl. This method not only helped feed the population, but also served as a way to control the fish population, ensuring that there was always an abundant supply for the future. Now, let's explore the tributaries of the mighty Congo River, where the pygmies have thrived for millennia. Their lives intricately woven with the river's rhythms. The pygmies have developed sophisticated fishing techniques that blend seamlessly with their surroundings. The Baka people are known for their intimate knowledge of the forest and their sustainable fishing practices. Their methods not only provide them with food, but also showcase their deep respect for the delicate balance of the ecosystem. One of their primary techniques is the use of poison fishing. This method, though controversial, has been practiced by the Baka for generations. They use the toxic pufferfish, known locally as the kwanga, to poison the waters and stun fish, making them easy to collect. However, this poison is carefully and sparingly applied, ensuring that the river's biodiversity is not disrupted. The Baka also employ a unique trapping system using dugout canoes. These canoes, expertly crafted from the trunks of large trees, become vessels of stealth. The Baka hunters silently paddle these canoes upstream, surprising the fish and scooping them up with nets or baskets. This approach not only ensures a good catch, but also minimizes disturbance to the surrounding environment. In the heart of Africa, the pygmy communities have not only mastered the art of fishing, but have also integrated it with their cultural practices. For instance, the F people have a tradition of fishing during the dry season when the river levels drop, exposing patches of sand and clay known as Elias. During this time, the F set up camp near the Elias and fish using spears and hooks made from sharp sticks and vines. The fish congregating in these exposed areas become easy targets, providing the F with a valuable protein source. Their methods may seem rudimentary, but they are deeply rooted in tradition and respect for the river. These techniques, passed down through generations, are not just about sustenance. They're about cultural continuity and harmonious coexistence with nature. From the Amazon to the Congo and the Nile, ancient river tribes didn't just survive, they thrived. Fished sustainably, honored the river's bounty, and integrated their practices into their cultural fabric. Their methods weren't just about catching fish, they were about maintaining balance, ensuring abundance, and respecting the intricate web of life. Today, as we face global challenges of food security and environmental sustainability, these age-old practices offer valuable lessons. They remind us that humans can live in harmony with nature, that traditional knowledge holds immense value, and that sustainable practices can ensure bountiful resources for generations to come. The next time you stand by a river or watch the ebb and flow of the tides, remember the wisdom of the ancients. Remember the ingenuity, the patience, and the deep respect for the natural world that characterize these ancient fishing techniques. Perhaps there's much we can learn from them, not just about fishing, but about living in balance with the planet we call home.